Yeah, welcome to the session and one more session on Appium. Previous class we have seen introduction part of the Appium. Right, today's class will see advantages and limitations of the Appium. What are the advantages and limitations of the Appium? Right, we'll see one by one. Right, cross-platform testing. Right, what it meant? Appium supports both the Android and iOS platforms. Right, we can automate both the Android applications and iOS applications on multiple devices with a single code base. Right, we can write code once, we can test on multiple devices. That is the cross-platform testing. We can write the code anywhere and we can test it anywhere. This is a significant time saver for the teams targeting both the platforms. Right, whoever want to test the app on both the Android and iOS platforms, right, Appium will be the good choice for them. It is a cross-platform testing. And then language support, right, language support, right, it will support multiple languages, right, Java, JavaScript, Python, Ruby, C#, right. This make right, developers whoever comfortable, suppose right, that means there some people are comfortable with Java, some people are Python, some people are Ruby, right. Whatever comfortable languages they can write Appium scripts on their comfortable language. That is the one more advantage of Appium language support. It will support different types of languages. And one more great feature is open source. Right, we no need to keep any license for it. Right, we no need to keep any license. Right, while doing R&D also we can explain to the client this is right form. We can save some right budget to him. Right, it is the open source, so client no need to spend any extra money on the automation side. Right, it is open source. Appium is free, so can be customized suit of specific requirements. Right, it is open source. There is a large community is available. Right, Appium on the market currently there is a large market, and also if you get any issues, right, there are a lot of right in the web we will get lot of resources to resolve those issues. Alright, there is a open source and the no app modification required. Right, no app modification, because right, if you take a espresso or a XYT test, right, espresso is used for Android native applications, XYT for iOS applications. Right, if they want to run code also, right, app also we need to change and build it again. Right, whenever we want to run the test cases, app also need to be changed. But here in Appium, we no need to change any, not required any app modification. Right, app modification we no need. Appium can automate both native and hybrid applications without requiring any modifications to the app code. We don't no need to change any app code. This is right very useful when you want to test the production, right, production apps without interfering their normal operation. Right, we no need to touch the code of the app. Right, right, that is the advantage. But espresso XYT test we need to change the app code also. Right, here we don't require for Appium. Right, supports real devices, emulator, simulator. This is one more the great feature of it. Right, real devices means right, everyone will comfortable with it. The office laptops may not, right, they will not allow sometimes real devices to connect to it. Right, we have to connect cables. Right, maybe sometimes they will not allow. Right, in that case it will provide emulators and simulators. Right, emulator for Android, simulator for iOS. Right, Appium works with real devices, emulators with flexibility of choosing right test environment. Right, parallel execution. One more feature. Appium allows parallel execution across different devices and or platforms. Right, we can execute on different platforms, right, different devices, iOS and Android devices, on different platforms, right, Android platform or iOS, right. Testing process, it will, right, it will increases it, right, enhances the efficiency and the speed of test cases also, right. We can early find the any issues are there because of parallel execution. Wide support for gestures and interaction. Right, if you want to tap on it or right, swipe, tap, right, pinch, zoom, scroll, these are all very important while doing the mobile testing. Right, if you want to swipe down or up, tap, right, if you want to zoom or if you want to scroll, right, these are the common things in the mobile apps. These are all right, most right, widely supported in the Appium, suitable for specific mobile functionality. Right, interaction with integration with the CI/CD tools, integration with the CI/CD. Right, Appium, right, it will support right, integration with the Jenkins, Bamboo, Travis CI, different continuous integration, continuous development tools, build tools. Right, if you want to run from nightly build, right, or from the Jenkins, right, it will easily, we can integrate it and test it. Right, if you want to run local, it will take a lot of time, maybe regression, right, we cannot keep our right, system whole day wake up, right. In those cases we can use Jenkins to run on the server machines, right. No, we no need to worry about them. Right, then these are the different advantages: cross-platform testing, right, language support, open source, we know no app modification, supports the real devices, simulator, parallel test execution, right, support for gestures and interactions, integration with CI/CD. And what are the limitations of it? Every app testing tool will have some limitations. Right, it is a slower execution compared to other mobile testing tools like Espresso for Android, XYT for iOS. Appium tends to have slower test execution due to its additional abstraction layer. Right, we have a right, abstraction layer means it has to communicate with from client to server. Right, it will take little time, so it will be compared to other right, other tools. It will be little bit slow. Limited support for certain features. While Appium is versatile, it may not support some platform-specific features out of the box, especially deep integration with the native code. Right, deep integration with the native code, native applications. Suppose there are native code. Right, some limitations we will get. If we want to test the app testing, that is fine, but there are mobile specific features if we want to test. Right, maybe we will get some limitations. Requires devices emulator configuration. Right, we need emulators and simulators for testing Appium. This is a little bit challenging. Right, then Appium server overhead. Appium requires a Appium server to be run. Right, server must be run to run the Appium test cases. Right, debugging issues. Right, debugging in Appium can sometimes be tricky due to right, client server architecture. It will follow client server architecture. Right, there might be some debugging challenges we will get. Lack of native support for some platform. Right, Appium is a wrapper for various testing framework and result. It may not offer same level of depth or performance as native testing solutions. Right, Espresso XAT test are specially designed to test native applications. Right, those will have more features to test the native applications. But those many features Appium may not right, provide. Right, complex setup for hybrid apps. Right, right, configuration is a little bit challenging. Right, once we done configuration, that is very easy. Right, complex setup for hybrid app setup will be take some time. Resource instant. intensive. Alright, running tests on multiple devices simultaneously can be resource intensive. That means we require more resources, and also we require hardware. We make sure good hardware. We require RAM size, good RAM we should require, and then say hard disk, RAM. These are all must be ensure that all are good condition. It will take more consumption of resource. Right, a few comparisons between different tools, Appium, Espresso, XOAT test. Right, by using Appium, it will support cross-platform. Right, we can Android, iOS, both platforms. It will support Espresso, Android only, XOAT, iOS only. Programming languages. It will support. Appium will support Java, Python, JavaScript. Espresso will support Java and Kotlin. XOAT test Shift and Object-C. Sorry. Framework type all will support UI, black box and white box here Espresso, and XOAT test white box. Right, performance wise slower due to cross platform support and WebDriver protocol. Runs very fast because these two Espresso XOAT runs inside the directly inside the app. We don't require any server. Right, so it will be a little bit fast. These are easy to set up. Right, Appium is moderate, Espresso simple, XOAT also simple. We can integrate Appium with the test JUnit Cucumber, but works with right, Espresso will work with JUnit and Android JUnit runner, XOAT with XE test. Right, it will Appium will run on real devices simulators. Espresso also real and emulators, XOAT real and simulators. Dependency on app source code. Right, Appium there is no dependency with the source code. It requires app instrumentation. Dependency on both Express XUI test. Both have dependency on the app. CI/CD integration. It will support Jenkins, GitLab, and coming to Espresso, it will support Gradle via Gradle Android test orchestrator, and supported by Xcode Fastlane. Right, element identification, we can use XPath ID class. Right, in Appium Espresso, view matches ID or text, uses NS predicate accessibility identifier. Parallel execution, right, Appium will support, and then limited support, we have to use the something Firebase test lab, and here also limited support Xcode parallel. Use cases best for Appium is best for cross platform, best for Android by testing, and XOAT is iOS testing. When to choose each framework, right? We can use the Appium if you need cross-platform testing. Android, iOS don't have access to app source code. Suppose if you don't have access to app source code, and I want to test both Android, iOS, then we will look for Appium. Right? Espresso, if you are testing Android apps, need fast and reliable UI testing, then we will go for Espresso. XOAT testing is iOS apps, right? iOS. These are the different advantages and limitations of the Appium. Right? If you like my way of teaching, please subscribe to the channel. Please enable notifications so that you will get right whenever I will post the video, you will get immediate notification. In the next class, we will continue with the Appium architecture. Right? Thanks for watching.